hopefully the audio is coming through. Have changed a couple of settings inside of OBS. Had a whole bunch of stuff unplugged from my setup as well. Might need to turn up the gain a little bit just to make sure we're getting nice microphone through. Still not sure if that's coming through. Very good. Alright, so don't know if I should load up the matches run just yet. Wait till a few more people turn up in here. We'll just resume. This should be the matches run. Okay. We have been up the hill. And, needed to get the rope but didn't yet. So how are we off at the moment? Food wise we've got a little bit. Health wise, yeah, we're okay. We need to warm up. Pretty sure we had ourselves we got some repair kits. We got a lot of cloth, so we should think about doing a few repairs, although we should actually try and get the frostbite risk out of the way. And I think we do that by making... We don't have a hat either. No gloves, no hat. For some reason I thought we had one or the other, but, you know, can't remember exactly. Now before I do that, I'm actually going to do a small test. I'm going to mute the microphone and see if I can hear stuff through the live stream. Alright, all seems to be tracking well. So let's see how we go. So, gloves or hat? 30 minutes, 37 minutes. We'll live a little, we'll make both. Sergey, hey, how you going? Hope everything's going well in your side of the world. You can hardly hear my voice, Yari. Alright, I wonder what the deal is. Actually, here's a good point. Give me a second. Should be coming through from that one. Wonder what the story is. Oh, maybe it is you, Yari. Hang on. I'm not sure. Seems to be... Yeah, no, look. Seems to be saying it's the correct device. Seems to be saying it's the correct device, but yeah, the levels do seem maybe a bit lower. If I poke that up a little bit more, maybe we see how we go. I had been playing with the settings a bunch on stuff, but we'll see if that's any better. I'm not 100% sure what might be different. I've turned up the gain, but normally this mic has been fine. But like I said, I had unplugged and plugged in a bunch of stuff, so we shall see. Alright. Now, also touching the microphone a bit, so we'll see how that goes. Now, I did just make some of that, and I made that, so we're a little bit warmer. Apologies, hitting the microphone a lot. Alright. Yeah, I'm just going to check a couple more settings. We should just have to push on, I think, with how that works. You guys are saying it's fine. Yeah. But my levels, the levels I can see in OBS were definitely a lot higher, with the gain being not so different before. But like I said, I've mucked with everything today, and everything could be different. So this is the no matches run. Now we're cold, haven't warmed up yet. I think we should warm up by doing repairs and things, because some of these are pretty low. And we'll have fail chances. We're barely getting warm. Should get a fair bit of warmth out of repairing the underpants. Okay. Alrighty. Now, it's better. I think this is never going to be brewing. Good wind, but I think it only goes up a little bit more than that. Do I care about things like that? Probably not so much. So 6 degrees. Let's have ourselves a little drink here. Okay, now my chat is not updating super quickly compared on the YouTube. I can see some updates. I see Michael's now talking in the live chat, but it's not turning up on my browser. It's only turning up on my phone. Technical problems. Let me have a quick look and see if I can cause that to update. I don't really want to refresh that. I guess I'll just have to look at the phone. So weird. Alright, this might break everything. Hopefully it doesn't. Alright, hopefully you might have dropped out for a second. Is everyone still getting me? Because now I've got the chat updating on my browser, because I'm worried my phone is going to drop off. So, hi Michael, hi Yari, hi Sergey. Alrighty. Now, so this was the no matches run, and we've done okay. We've got to the 4th day, day 3. We've only had, I think, 1 fire from a flare. That's worked out alright, and now we have a fire striker, which is pretty low condition, but we've also got the mag lens. Look at all these burnable books about guns that we have. So let's see. It is still not warming up in here. Maybe it's really windy out there. Should I chuck a repair in, or maybe I'll just go last time? Oh, you know what? Look, the frostbite risk isn't going to go anywhere for the moment. I'm actually going to see if I can go up the hill and just get that rope. Take a bit of the cold damage. Ooh. It's a mag lens kind of day though, but it's too windy to go anywhere with it. Will it still be... Oh, wow, that wind is so strong. Will it still be a mag lens day by the time we get up here?
I'm starting to feel numb.
And possibly be able to have a bit of a feed of the things that are up here. No point trying to light one down there. See if we can race up here and get it happening. I did come up here and get the fire striker, I believe. Well, no, I know I got the fire striker from up here. I just pretty sure we just skedaddled out of there because we were cold and didn't really want to light a fire, so we raced back to make a save point to end the stream. Okay. I can do a little bit of sprinting. So I want the rope so I have a chance of being able to go and, you know, get the flare gun. Okay. Hey, come on. Come on. It knows I'm in a hurry, so it's trying to stop me.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
So... let's burn a book about guns. Yes, confirm.
Come on, little fire. Perfect.
And... a little bit of a waste, but hey, let's get it going with that one, thank you. So in theory, I come out of my official lockdown on Monday.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Yeah. You know what? It's been a cheapo book. So yeah, come out of lockdown on Monday. However, the rest of the country has moved to a little bit more of isolation. So all it kind of means for me is that I can actually go out and buy things if I need them. And in theory I should be allowed to go and take the dogs for a walk once a day. Which would be great because the poor little things have been champs, you know, they haven't bothered us too much about them. But you can tell they really like to go. I think dogs really start to worry. I think, you know, they start to worry that they're losing their reputation around the local area by not weeing on things as often as they would like. That's right, we had let's do a litre in each. Grab 2 pots. That was our strategy. Alright. Now, I'm assuming everything is going well, but I haven't seen anyone talk in the chat for a couple of minutes, so if someone wants to hit a random button and hit enter just to let me know that's working, that would be great. Still not seeing anybody hit anything. It could be lag, or it could be because I'm not working. You know what? I'm gonna try and hit chat in there. Oh, there's a. So I hit test. Turns up on my phone and still doesn't turn up on my browser. That's fun. Getting it is and it is okay from Yari. Okay, cool. So we've doubled up on that. That sounds okay. What have we got going on here? I was very distracted. So it sounds like Turkey's going to be giving us all the gift of being able to stay home and live stream for us every day, which sounds pretty good. Unfortunately, I am working from home, so it means I'm meant to be working. They were I did air quotes there just for anyone playing along at home. So we shall see how that works out time-wise, whether or not I manage to completely play along nicely from home. Let's just pass time on that. start cooking some of these things up. Right, we're almost warm. 16 minutes on that. Now I was hoping, I think I should queue this up just a little bit longer. I've got a fair chunk of coal. Look, I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to drop these two. At this stage of the game, I'm just going to boil all the water all the time. Hot, hot. You know what, I'm actually just going to drink that one. And what I am going to do, add a few more sticks. See if I can get away. I've got a couple of things to try and do. I'm going to try and get the rope. And I do want to also check for the carcass out there. See if we can have another meal. I'm not holding out much luck about keeping this torch though. Surely we're sheltered here. Taking the rope. Great. Got the rope, didn't get cold.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Definitely sounded like Wolf Central down the hill. I'm not sure I really want to make too much of another fire, but 7 minutes with the hacksaw, blow up my torch, see if I care. Run out of there, lest we attract some more wolves. Oh, we still have a torch through all of that.
It's getting dark out here. I'm gonna look for shelter.
Okay, no decoys in inventory. So far, so good. Put that away. Now, can't remember. No, there wasn't a carcass, a wolf carcass anywhere else. Haven't grabbed anything yet. Do we grab the hide off that? So, half an hour on the fire, 18 minutes. That'll give us a little bit of leeway. What is it for a skin? What is it for a skin with the hacksaw? It's like an hour, isn't it? At this stage of carcass harvesting. I will boil things up at that point. 1 hour. Yeesh. I will burn things off. I don't know about an hour out here. So have you got your, how you feeling anyway, Yari? Are you on the mend? You went well the other week. And the bigger question is, do you have your sauna today? Quite surprised the rabbits aren't out there. Minutes. Well, we've got a rock if we can see. They sure are singing out there. Now, I think I might have stoned all the rabbits last time, but I'm not certain. Oh, there's one. Yeah, well, that's Florida for you, isn't it, Michael? Isn't that the world's greatest sauna? Oh, I'll have to try and get action and adventure happening before you head off. Unfortunately, we're just doing cook-ups at the moment. Trying to make use of all the it won't burn off in the meantime. Yeah, we'll use the hacksaw as much as we can. And 23, 27, 48. Wow. So slow at this level of carcass harvesting. Always forget. And I think we're probably gonna pick up our stuff. Might actually drink a birch bark tea. You know what I should make, actually? Let's get a bunch of condition recovery off this one. Drink that as well. Just so I can attack tomorrow with a full head of steam. I really should pull the guts off that, even if I leave it here. Shouldn't have eaten that food yet, at least it was the small one. Pull the guts off, and I'm just going to leave it here. I'll leave enough on that fire, probably not enough. Don't want to carry it quite down the hill. Oh, we could just about race there, probably. Ah, damn it. Out of stick to take a torch. Eat that. Look. I reckon we can... If we get up and run, we can probably beat the wolves. But only if we go now. Oh, now all the rabbits are out. They're the revenge party. I killed their buddy. So they're like...
I need to find a place to rest.
They're like, oh, okay. Killed a buddy, we're coming for you. I'm hoping I'm not attracting a whole bunch of wolves here at the moment. It could be a very short no matches run. Just trying to build up my sprint a little bit. There we go. Had a feeling that might be a little bit of a problem. Not sure where I'm going, I might fall off something. Oh, we've got a sprain. It's always fun. Now, we should be okay with the torch, but definitely gets the adrenaline going. And there we go. Definitely got the heart racing. How much water do we have on us? 7 litres. Drop another 2 maybe. We are a little bit overweight, but a lot of that is this water. So we'll get up here. Exhausted enough to have a full. What are we? Sprain risk and all of that stuff. So not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Drink the water. Alrighty, into the bed. Enough calories, and a tea, and a birch bark. We should be doing okay. Great, good amount of condition recovery.
I need to find food.
Now, Michael, I'm not sure if that was a... well, you might not be back yet. But I'll wait till you're definitively back. So just say, like, that you're back. Well, again, how would you know that this is the instruction? Aha! You're back because you're talking. Funny police siren. Alright. I was going to say, Michael, was that a typo or... Is Highlander a type of thing? Is it maybe a thing you wear, or was that like something else? I'm not 100% across what that might be. Now, is it warm enough to go anywhere? -12. Wolves are out there. So I think it must have been a track wolf to make it up there that fast. Unless as soon as I walked out of there, one was starting the path. Oh, a Highlander, right? It's a type of car, right? So here's with the thing I understand a little bit about cars is that across the world they're probably the same car, but in the different territories they're potentially called something else. Like so I'm wondering what the equivalent model would be for where I am.
So hungry.
I'll go this way. So if there was more track wolves. The sequoia? That's how you pronounce that, isn't it? Sequoia? Again, a type of tree that is not something that lives anywhere in my hemisphere as far as I'm aware. Definitely not in Australia. We have a weird bunch of random trees. Also, here's a question for especially those of you in the US. Have you been seeing a bunch of Australian rules football? Because apparently it was going mad over there for at least the 1 week where you still had sport and no one else did. So I was curious about that. Let me get that stick.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Oh, there's a wolf right... Oh, 2 wolves. They are pretty close right there. I mean, I've seen them there before, but it's not that usual. He was close enough to probably spot me. There's 3 down there, actually. This run is out to get me. So you got nothing, buddy. You got nothing. I have seen the movie Highlander. There can be only one. It's been many, many years since I have seen Highlander, and will readily admit that. I did used to have a poster on my wall as a teenager. I can't remember if I had the poster for Highlander 1 or Highlander 2. But yeah, it used to live on my wall. Well, actually, more technically, it used to live on the back of another cupboard, a closet, because we lived in a shed while my dad built our own house. We lived in a shed. It was a pretty good shed, but the walls were The walls were made of like
Warming up a bit.
cupboards and all kinds of other wooden things. Oh man. I had a feeling some badness was coming my way. So I don't have any protection if a wolf does still exist here. And it's really loud. The best I can do is throw a rock at it. And not at the ground. That would be a bad move. So our makeshift hat is going to be torn to shreds right now. Maybe put that away unless we need it. So we will be running away from a wolf into the snowy blizzard. So I guess what I'm partially hoping for is A, it can't see us, B, we're not carrying anything stinky, C, man, I got no hope. And see that it hadn't spawned yet. I guess we just sprint and hope. With the wind, tailwind. I can't imagine it was there. That doesn't seem like the kind of thing. Now, we actually did get a lantern, I forgot about that. A lot of fuel in it though. Maybe we saved a little bit of that for the dam.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Fine, we'll bring it and put it somewhere. Did I already just search that? It's quite dark for me, which means it's probably very dark for everybody else. Nothing living on top of the beds. Lot of the day to go. Now, partly because it is a no matches run, I'm kind of curious if the matches that very rarely spawn across there are actually there, but I'm probably tempting fate. There is a wolf. Not the little magical extra. Hey, I keep forgetting that little bed lives there. Now, granola bar. Yeah, this trailer is normally really stingy. Like, if the granola bar is all I get, I think I'm probably coming out ahead. I would probably read a book, Michael, except I think... Oh jeez, how many gun books? How many gun books are in this? But yeah, I think a blizzard is an excellent time to loot the dam. Right, come on, open. Is there a deer carcass? There is a deer carcass. Excellent. How are we doing health-wise? Barely any hypothermia. Thinking our clothes are fairly torn to shreds though. Look what's here, the jerry can. Let's quickly do that. And we will drop that. Yes, the long loot. Never anything over there. I'm not even sure why I bothered looking. But you know, you'd hate to be looting the dam on a beautiful sunny warm day. Hang on. Oh, that, you know, all that lantern fuel we've got, we should burn some of it. So I've been enjoying playing the Subnautica. Starting to get my head around how to do it properly now. At the moment, working on trying to do some future stuff, you know, work that will be down the line, so nothing really paid at the moment, but lots of research and meetings and talking about things that might happen rather than things that are. But actually talking about, not this as a paid endeavour, but the director of the film I worked on, we're maybe going to do a live stream director's commentary while people log on to Netflix and watch the movie along at the same time. Like, there's a thing called Netflix Parties, like a synchronized thing, so talking about trying to help him make one of those in the next little while, just as a way to keep everyone entertained at home who's stuck inside and might want to watch the film. And you know, I really like director's commentary, so I've been trying to get him to do this idea for a little while, and yeah, hopefully we can have it happen. It won't be on my YouTube channel though. We'll probably just make a, we're still trying to figure out how we do it and what platform we use to do it. It might still be on, it might be on YouTube, so you'd synchronize YouTube while you play the Netflix party along, and it's synchronized as a live stream, and then obviously a bit of a, you could play back the YouTube thing and play back the movie separately yourself. Synchronizing it's kind of hard, but it might be on a YouTube thing. Yeah, like a real-time director's cut. So that's the concept, is having a director's commentary track. If we get clever enough, we might even invite everyone else being isolated, invite people in on like a conference call to do the live stream. So trying to figure out the technical way of doing it all at the moment, and that's kind of fun. Okay, so what's going to be in here?
I'll take it.
Painkillers. Now, did we actually have... Yeah, we had some. We got some antibiotics as well. We do have, I think, some Oman's, so we can probably afford to drop the antiseptics at a certain point. Alright. We should have a... I think it's just you and me in here at the moment, Michael. I think Yari left, and I think Sergey probably had to leave. It seems to indicate there's only a couple of us in here at the moment, which isn't a problem. But I was going to say we should do a raffle to see what is in the safe. But we're probably not going to have many takers on that, so... Is this the 1 in a million chance where we get an ear wrap? That's the question. It was between 30 and 40. It's as good as I got. Okay, so that's 38. I'll be very surprised. Ah, damn it. 38 and maybe 14. I'm still cursing Loon's Loon for pulling a... Oh, man. Oh, sorry. Helps if I can count. Loon's Loon for pulling a... Now, what would I say? It was like... somewhere around here, wasn't it? No, it was like 13 or 14. Is it 38-14? Oh, man. Had a few beers tonight, so my memory's worse than normal. If you've been watching any of my Subnautica run, you will absolutely understand how short my attention span is. Oh, it's just not even the cash. Not even the useless currency. Just a stinky old book. Now, it's still lizardy as anything, so we're going to drop a few things by the door. I'm going to put so many things in this locker. Namely, gun books. Honestly, we don't need to be carrying all those gun books around. Fresh rabbit pelt. We didn't drop that. Really should have. Now, don't let me forget. Don't let me forget that I have that rope to pick up on the way out. The Great Leveler. So, no, I can't go that way. Now, funnily enough, a large priority for me now, not that I ever find it down here, but maybe once in a stalker run or something. But I'm actually quite keen on finding another on the flare. And I think, so there's either one normally here. Oh, there it is. It's actually just hiding in the dark. It's very dim for me. The flare is great, so it's one extra potential fire source. And also, you know, now this is where the juggle comes in. Is confronted by a wolf, are you preserving what is effectively a match now? Or are you going to light it for protection and then try and make a fire real quick? I think it's the second option. I think it's like use it as protection and then try and make a fire, because I'm not strapped for making fire now. I do have mag lens and stuff like that, so I wonder if you can run off the edge over there without killing yourself. I don't want to do it on this run. Now, I'm probably not going to do the lower part of the dam yet. Holy crap! You seeing this? I don't think I've ever...
Oh, lucky day.
I don't think I've ever found crackers there. Yeah, well, a Maglin's only run would be quite challenging.
If I don't warm up.
With especially with certain starts. I mean, the only one I know for certain is the Mystery Lake ones, and the other locations. I mean, I know I know there's sort of 2 or 3 spots on Timberwolf you can potentially get them. I think you can find it under the bed in the Mountaineer's hut, or in the fishing hut maybe. And I know you can find one in the cave. I know because I got really annoyed that I didn't find any outdoor mag lens on my my first Outerloper run, which meant it was always going to be a doomed run. You're just going to eventually just run out of matches because it's so... Desolation in the ship. Okay, is it like... What, is it under the bunk? Is that where it is? Now let's just see. We did not get warm in the dam at all.
Damn,
just
I'm freezing.
testing if it says... Yeah, okay, so... I'm just going to warm up a little bit. Okay. Now, my phone is going to run out of power really soon, so I'm just going to turn it to low power settings because I don't have a USB cable in here. So what are we looking at? We're actually looking at dead on 0. So I'm just going to hope. Getting close to the end of the day. Oh no, we're getting middle of the day. What am I talking about? Yeah. Oh yeah, in the drawer. Sort of in the near the filing cabinet, I think. If I remember correctly. I'm just going to eat 2 of these. We're actually... You know what? We're actually kind of tired. So we'll sleep for 2. I mean, it's barely getting warm in this time. Barely getting warm. We'll put the rope, have the rope with us just in case we get all the way there and realise we're being stupid.
Oh, I'm starving.
So, looks like we might be able to get a mag lens, but whether or not we can get one out of the wind enough to get this deer. Oh, what?
I can't feel my feet.
Whip top. Well, if we're going to be cold and have to use a match, I actually think I'd rather go to the ravine. We'll get that at another point for sure. Yeah, I mean, I actually don't think this... There is a wolf over there, all the way down there. Probably lucky to have made it through in the blizzard the way we did. Might encounter that guy on the way back, but in theory we should have an orange, an orange shield to make us brave. Oh, did Kimi Yoda do a mag lens only run? Yeah, that guy's absolutely a freak at the game for sure. The no match run is actually, you know, like the first one in Hush River Valley I failed, but there's a few stopping conditions I think for this mode. And I had some more thoughts about my Hush River start and thought other tactics to make it better. But yeah, did I get my bedroll? I did, great. Yeah. But as long as you know at least where one flare is and a potential mag lens, like once you've got those things, I think you can live for a fairly long while. And now I have a fire striker. Like this is a pretty golden start. I just can't be super wasteful about fires. If I keep that in mind, I should be... I swear this wind has just changed direction 4 times. I haven't really been paying attention, but... Oh, come on. I really probably need to get all the skins here if I can, which is a little bit of a tactic in terms of how many fires. Like, that looks too cloudy. I'm gonna guess that's too cloudy to start a damn, yeah, that was. I think I should do the go down first. So, what can I drop here? I can drop that. Likely not really. I should have actually dropped that toolbox in the dam. Take one pot. How well bad did we get shredded? Not as bad as I was worried about. We'll drop that because we have so much coal. We're also going to drop 6 of those. So now when we drop that rope, we'll be down to mid-20s. I feel like that's actually still a little bit too heavy. I'll take the lantern because it might save us a match. Well, a fire strike, I should say. So where is most of the weight? I'll drop one book. I will. Now I think I'm still... Look, I'm actually just gonna... I'm gonna eat something from the correct menu. Oh my word. It's so funny, like playing a different game. So I played Subnautica most this week. Just playing a different game for just the smallest amount of time, and I've forgotten all the key shortcuts, where I'm going. Just not on top of it. But it could also be the amount of beer I've drunk tonight and the whiskey I'm drinking right now, like if we're going to be completely honest. Oh, how about we drop a few litres of water? We definitely don't need to take all of that down. Yeah, we're going to be nice and light. Not as warm as I would have liked. We're going to be pretty tired at the bottom, but climbing down is going to be no problem compared to climbing up. We'd probably have to stay the night anyway. Should have enough coal to support that. So much more coal. Oh, look at this. I don't remember seeing... I know you get a few drops. That's more birch bark back there. I know you get a few drops of coal on this path, but I don't remember being quite so many. Only -3 despite this wind. Well, I know we're out of the wind, but still only -3.
My God, eat soon.
So Michael, did you get a? You must have got a notification that I was going live. I assume that's how that happened. I might just want to eat up. Now, we're in absolutely no danger of getting a well-fed bonus anytime soon. We've definitely been starvation diet. Probably got quite a lot of those as well. So I'm hoping a good weather day on the way back. I don't want to touch that deer. So there's a deer there, a deer outside the cave. It's got to be out of the wind, surely. Okay, so now... That's slight enough. I used to be way too chicken to come down to the ravine. I think I'd seen people talk about getting stuck down here and dying, and you know, I just used to be so paranoid about it. And I think it must have been Pest. That I saw it do this tactically really early in a run, get the orange gun. I was like, well, it convinced me, and I started getting a lot braver about doing it. Nothing for me. Except some feathers. This is the run with all the coal and all the books about shooting things. Set fire to that in a minute. Grab that. Grab a piece of cloth. There's more coal up here too. Hey Vital! Welcome along to the No Matches run again. We're just down here grabbing our gun. So far we've only had, I think we've only had 2 fires. We've had one started with a flare and one started with a mag lens. So we are doing probably, well, we're ahead of the curve, shall we say. We've got so much coal. I even left like 6 pieces up in the little cave up above, and I think I've picked up more than I dropped already. There's been like a weird coal mine along all the snow to here. I'm going to need to get that deer, and I might have to do it by having a fire inside and getting warm and then coming out and harvesting it in the cold. Now let's warm up a little first. Going to be particularly warm. It means I don't have to use my bed. What condition is my bedroll? 34? Yikes! Geez, what condition was it when we grabbed it? You know what? I'm going to warm up for an hour by repairing that, because we have a decent amount of cloth. Geez, now we're up to 64. We probably weren't any warmer than that, to be honest. Alright. Well, if you can stay up for a little bit longer, Vitaly, much appreciated. I love the company. Alright, sorry, I just had to have a bit of a sip of my whiskey. Now, what should I do? Let's see if we can get a fire. There happens to be just a tiny skerrick of light with snow falling, which doesn't usually bode well. But maybe it's on that clearing. No. Alright, well, tough. So we'll take the cold damage. 21 minutes. It's not even that cold. A little bit of a hit.
It's too cold. It's a link.
Yeah, I know. Very cold, so it's a hard thing for you to deal with. So this one I spawned... Oh, and the rabbit. I had the rabbit the whole time too. I spawned in the fallen muskeg, so just up behind
I've never felt so
it
cold
all.
in my life.
We are going to end. We can leave here. Fat. I was just about to throw it. I knew I wasn't ducked.
I think I need to lay down.
So we spawned in the muskeg in the last live stream last week, and we ran straight for Poacher's Camp, straight to the flare. Didn't go to the farm at all. Not worth it. Yeah, we're doing all right. I didn't find any blue flares up the top though, so I found that quite disconcerting in one of the other runs I went in. I went in from this direction with no blue flares, and I still had none by the time I got down the bottom. And now we have a fire striker. I'm not so desperate as to head all that way. So we are warm.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Back here. Grab. Yeah, look, let's just grab it all with this hacksaw. It's getting cold. 1 degree. See if we can get all the meat before we get too cold. And we need hide, we do need hide and guts. Will we get cold doing this? Going down now, going down, 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 down. About to get hypothermia risk. We'll drop these, need to remember them on the way out
So
tomorrow.
I just want to lay down for a bit.
-1. Just going to put down the real bed. Might actually sleep. I can. Sounds like a very turkey thing to do early in a run. I might consider it. I don't know the value of having the I suppose having the bare skins in a run when you don't have matches is probably useful for being able to sleep outdoors. -2 now. What can we get off this? We'll get cold again just in that time. Oh, we're losing condition like it's
so cold.
nobody's business now. Yeah, I don't think we can put off lighting a fire anymore. We are just going to have to light it. Now it should be using the fire striker, surely. Now where do we put this damn thing? I was going to burn a book about using guns. That is what I was going to do.
Come on, little fire. Come on. I'm gonna need to rest soon. Whew, right on.
Let's just go straight for some coal.
I thought I'd be Dying from starvation.
Add a few sticks. Some meat on. Just to stop the condition loss at the moment, we'll do this. And hide or guts, hide or guts. 53, 53. Perfect amount of time. Getting a hide.
Need something to eat.
Got hungry in that time though. Gonna eat one of them. Four minutes. 10 minutes. Minutes, 32 minutes, there we go. And another guts. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that, Vitaly. I thought it was an interesting game mechanism to make you have to wait a little bit. About how you tactically get through that. Now have I... 2 rabbits, yep, had that. Now I do want to go and get... I do want to get that hide off the deer out there. It's going to be cold. We're already hurting. I'm going to drop that. Sure. I'll make one of those. Oh, I don't have the can on me. I forgot to keep an extra can. Gonna get tired shortly as well. Keep those warm. 3 hours on that. She's gonna drink this bad boy right now. I'm gonna put a litre of water on. I'm gonna pick that up. Take a torch. Step in the fire. I think it sounds windy out there. See if I can get this hide without dying. Minus 12. It's an hour. We're gonna get our butt handed to us now. We need to do so much condition recovery. Great.
I am too tired to think straight.
So now we need to really just take all of this. How about we drop that deer hide? Look, I'm just going to eat all this. Look, we'll leave a couple for them. We'll leave it a bit for the morning. Okay, so I'm going to queue this up. I was actually going to cook a tea as well. Very quickly cook a herbal. And drop that, just in case it's warm by the morning. 10 hours. We'll There's no point putting down the bedroll. We'll just, you know, do we sleep better? Is there better condition recovery? Oh, in the bedroll I've already got here. Possibly better than sleeping in something like that. We're hydrated enough, fed enough. Do a bit of a 10-houry. If we have to sprint out of here in the morning if it's bad weather, then so be it. No point staying down here and getting stuck down here. Great work. Looks foggy. Time is the end of the afternoon. Great torches so far. Not so much. Partly getting some of my fuel back out of it. I suppose that's acceptable. Alright, so how are we off? 20 kilos, that's great. Might as well just eat that. Still got 2 more deer to try and get upstairs for with a minimal fire investment. Great. Didn't get the guts off this deer. We're gonna have enough guts on the go to get us a start getting us a bow. And that's mainly what I care about. I have a few other bits on the go. I think we got guts and hide, I believe, curing trappers from last week as well. Yeah, I took a fair chunk of that coal I brought down with me. Oh, there was a piece of cedar back there in that cave I didn't use either. Oh well. Tough now. Alright. Gonna probably drink this hot one. Got a little bit of time. It should stay hot about as long as that's warming us. So as soon as that sprints back, we drink it at the top because I still want to try and get that deer, but once I touch it, I don't want to waste a fire on it, hoping for a clear day. I reckon the chances are of sleeping in the cave for an hour and then getting a clear day. I'm really trying to be stingy about this fire lighting. So I lit one torch. Let's just drink this now while I think of it. one torch with that fire striker. And it'll drop 2%, 27 to 25. You don't get many strikes out of a low condition. Okay, hang on. I see sunshine, but it doesn't look... I see shadows. I don't think it's clearing up enough. No. Hoping for clearing skies. Some more chores we can do in this area for a little while. -10. What's that wind? -6 wind. Whole bunch. Yeah, they don't like the thing I love about the game. Like, I see so many people on the forums saying, "Oh, it needs to be multiplayer," and I'm like, "Get out of my game! Like, this game does not need to be multiplayer." I think I've got birch already, but I haven't found a maple yet. I need to have a look out for a maple. I'm not really close to having a bow yet. Oh, I said having a bow on the go. No, don't do that. I wonder if we're on the cusp of... not on the cusp of sunlight. Almost warm here. I'm actually gonna pull the hide. Well, this looks like a blizzard. Oh, thanks, blizzard. Maybe that's a piece of cedar I was remembering.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
It really doesn't want to find a nice flat spot for those. Fresh gut, fresh gut. Cool. Pick up all my coal. And that, just in case I forget what the hell I'm doing. Grab my bedroll, right? Yeah, didn't leave it down in no man's land. Alright, we're gonna sleep for an hour. Actually, gonna pass time for an hour. Come on, just be a tiny, tiny piece of sunlight. Tiny, tiny, tiny. very skinny deer. Very, very skinny. Let's drop you there for the moment. Can I get another gut before freezing to death? Not quite.
If I don't warm up.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Quick, give me a book. Book. Yes. Just on sunset. You better light.
Come on, little fire.
Now, I think I've actually made a mistake. I haven't put that close enough to the door to not get blown out.
I'll rest soon.
Alright. One more guts while that's cooking. Hopefully the wind stays away and we can shift this fire down to the other one. I had a feeling like waiting just until the end of the day
Think about his food.
while the wind was doing what it was doing was probably going to be a better idea.
The sun is setting. It'll get a lot colder soon.
Okay.
Wait. I'm so cold. I'm warming up a bit.
1 degree. So that's got nothing left to harvest. Tell you what. I'll do those, but I really should get some birch bark on the go. Now, I can't muck that up. I need to have enough on there to be able to grab a torch out. That'll be just for heating this up while we move to the other end. Pick that up. Pick that up. Take a torch. Run. Don't get blown out. Can't run because we're tired. Hopefully we should be able to get the other bit off here. Still haven't looked in those trailers. Still haven't gone to that little rabbit bit off the bridge. So I think what I'm trying to do with a run like this is try and be a good mix of efficient and strategic about what can you do when and what use can you make of it when you have it. But, you know, we're early in the run, so it's sort of hard, but it's been a good start so far in terms of tactics and how to make it work. Don't even say that, Yara. You can't say that. This is one of my favourite areas in the game. And mostly because there's no wolves. It's a little holiday. Okay. Where are we wind-wise with this thing? Probably a bit too soon to really do that. Where are we wind-wise? He is out of the wind. Cool. Now we must have another book. Why do I always go the wrong way with books? I didn't pick any more off the ground. Aha, that's why. See that you are going to be used anyway. Yeah, so Coastal Highway for a Fire Striker, top of Timberwolf for a Fire Striker, potentially Desolation Point for a Fire Striker, either in one of the mines. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've only ever found 2 in a run. An interloper, to be honest. Water because why not? What are we doing? 7 degrees. I'm gonna get that first. Yeah, so behind Jackrabbit on Coastal.
Santana, I'm gonna eat a tree.
Cool. Do another leader. She's going to eat one of these. Are we going to get blown out? The game wants to. It always wants to. 3. I'm going to add one of my pieces of coal. I think I can justify it an hour at a time. Hey Jack. Well, we'll say hey when he's back up to making the warm drink. Still going. 16 minutes. You in there? 14 minutes, so we have half an hour, guts, and we're losing our fire, not yet. Oh, how about that? We're going to take that, pick that up, both of these, nothing left on that, that's grand, pick up our dead one there. We are going to take fuel out of this because it's probably going to get blown. See if we can get back to that cave with any fire intact. Where am I going in the dark? Completely the wrong way. Exhausted, into the wind. Yeah, do we try and have fires and stay the whole night? Or do we limp back exhausted into the trailers past a wolf? Into almost minimal wind. Not fun at all. Okay. get a good long sleep. But it's not super plausible. This cave won't necessarily be warm enough all night.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
I'll just sleep for a couple of hours just so we've got a little bit of energy and try and see what the weather's like about getting back to the dam. There now. There we go.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Jack. You mean me or the character? It's probably a close run thing on all of us, actually. Yeah, well, this character's so fresh. They don't have. They have some tea.
It's a goddamn freezing.
What is the temperature in here? So it's 0 in here. I don't necessarily, and that'll be minus once I think we're going to have to start this fire and sleep for a little while. I'm using a whole bunch of fuel to make this happen. She certainly is freezing. A little bit of a calculated risk. Trying to, because this is a no matches run.
Perfect.
To really balance how we get her what she needs. Which means sacrificing a lot of it to being damn cold. Just going to do a few of these. I'm considering going to Timberwolf sooner rather than later. Even thinking about going before I have the bow. Oh yes, it was me. Oh no, I was going to jingle some ice blocks by the microphone, but the ice blocks melted very long ago. Now, I have to sacrifice a piece of coal. 2 litres. Sleep for 2 hours and see where we stand. Probably needed to eat a little bit more than that. They're both large. The smaller one. Okay. Stick to that. Oh no, we should be fine for 2 hours. Go there. Just sleep for 2 hours. Oh, the whole world's having some weirdosities right now, Jack. You know, people might have other things going on, I'm not sure. 11 minutes on that. Now it is ridiculously dark out. Sacrifice another piece of coal. Put a litre on. What I'm actually going to do, I always want to pick that up. I don't like leaving it here even if I'm not planning on leaving, just because best laid plans and all that. just going on a bit of a late night stick hunt. Must have cleaned out a fair chunk of them on the way in. Some branches. Thought I'd find a little stash of sticks. Apparently I was too diligent on the way in. Where are all the sticks in the dark? Come on. Hey, Turkey! Good, you're just in time to help me find where all the sticks are in the dark when you're trying not to freeze too much in the ravine cave. Not down in the ravine, in the one up the top. Trying to get a little bit of sleep before I brave my way out of here. Oh, on that little tour around this rock I found one entire stick.
God, I'd eat anything right about now.
I should have done a whole turn around this thing, and should be, well, those crows indicate I'm very close back to the cave. It is so dark. I think I'm going to have to break down some of these. Oops, I'm losing my torch. Lost my torch. Good thing I have one of these. Hopefully I didn't lose my fire in the cave. That would have been a bit silly. Get back in there. I might have lost my no, I haven't lost it yet. Whoops.
Damn.
An extra stick.
Freezing.
And 34 minutes. I think I managed to get 5 sticks out of that little adventure. I still have some coal, I just didn't want to waste it. So how goes the quarantine there for you, Turkey? This is the no matches run. So far we've had 3 fires, I think. One with the flare, 2 with maglens. Oh no, one we actually used the fire striker to light a torch. That's right. Done. Just going to make a half litre, and we're going to craft up some birch bark, cook that. Might limp through till morning just enough to not waste all of our resources on a fire. What I should do is just queue it up for a 2 or 3 hour and then run back to the dam. And we have a sip of one of our 8 litres of water. Making water everywhere, leaving it everywhere. So while you are doing that, we shall tear down a couple more. So we've already climbed down into the ravine, got ourselves the little bravery gun. Let me check what we're doing here. I know, 2 minutes. That's how long one of these takes. Yeah, let's just drink that right now. Pick that up. We'll pick that up. I don't even have anything warm to leave by there, but I think what I'm going to do... Oh, I had a bit of lag there for a second. I'm going to chuck a piece of coal on there. 2 sticks. Somewhere we can put this down, surely. So we get 2 hours out of this fight. Come on, there's not even a flat spot. 2 hours. Do it now. Alright. Well, I picked up a heap of coal. So much coal, it wasn't funny. But it's a good thing, because I've nearly used it all.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
I'm gonna add that book. I could absolutely limp back to the dam. And I think I'm nearly out of the cold bit though. So let's have a look at what are we. It's a 80-degree fire. It's a 45-degree feels like. It'd be minus 25 in here right now, so probably not a good time to be limping back anywhere. Let's just eat that if we're gonna go to fight a wolf to get into the dam. Probably leave most of this stuff here. Yeah, we'll leave most of that stuff here. We'll have to come back and get it anyway. I'll quickly do a note. And the note will say... I think it's 3 deer skins? 3 deer skins, 2 rabbit, and guts, birch with an I. How about I learn to spell? Oh, jeez, I hit it twice. Birch in ravine cave. That'll do us for that. And we'll go back. We'll just pick that
I wonder
up.
if I can drop any of this gear.
How heavy are we? How about we leave ourselves 4 litres of water here. Still not enough to be not too heavy. We have another fresh deer hide, which we forgot to drop. And nowhere that's going to let it go green. There we go. So let's see if we can convince a wolf to let us into the dam and have ourselves a bit of a nap. Pretty sure our torch is going to get blown out. So I don't think I've got a maple yet. Did waste a bunch of fuel there and I probably didn't need to. But we were so exhausted. We've had trouble getting past anything. Thank you so much, Jack. Glad people are liking the random weird things I do. I mean, a large part of it is about trying to keep the interest in it for myself as well. Some sticks. Our next fire is going to be a disaster. Not the time of the day I want to be trying to get a full I'm looking forward to your live streaming every day, Turkey. I don't know if I'll be able to make it every day. Actually, I haven't got any We'll see if I can make it past this wolf. They should. I think they still respect you if you've got a torch. I guess we find out shortly.
I need to find a place to rest.
What is the temperature? -17. We have a... Should we get this deer? It won't be warm.
Sure getting cold.
It won't really be warm at all. But it'll be a fire. It won't be enough to cook this damn thing.
Come on, little fire. Too cold to think.
Okay, so... I think I have to throw a piece of coal on there. This is such a shame, but... As long as it doesn't blow out on me. Alright, we should be warm now. So we'll get a kilo. Yeah, there's a few little tricks to it, Jack, but if you can read Google, you do really get there. Yeah, OBS or OBS, it's just a little app to do the recording and live streaming. It is pretty straightforward. And by priced right, you mean free. 1 hour, 52 minutes. Hang on. Yes. Hide.
Looks like a new day is dawning. I could eat a horse.
Oh, I did boil the water off. I thought I had a little bit more. Oh well. 45 minutes. Can always use more guts. Yeah, OBS is actually free. Like, I think it's Turkey's dry Canadian wit there, Jack. Priced right? It is priced right. There's no price. One lousy stick just here. Did I steal all the sticks this side? Just want to keep this going for a few more minutes. Alright. Well.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Okay. Carcass harvesting 2. Well, that's grand. So, I'll take a torch. That'll write that off. And now I can sleep for half the day. I'm not sure I can really afford to sleep for much more. We do need some condition recovery. Alright. So at the moment it's pretty much just been a pretty standard interloper run. Because we've still got our fire striker. Used it once. It cost us 2%. Got one of those and got the mag lens. So we're kind of doing okay at the moment. Anyway, now really should just eat that cooked venison. I really should just drink a heap of water and then plonk this down. I don't think I can waste the whole day. I'll do 6 hours and then maybe we get a chance to go and get some cattails down in that river if there's no wolf around. We should have just enough energy to do that. And then it's really about decision time, about finding the hammer. Yeah, didn't find the hammer yet.
God, I'd eat anything right about now.
Yeah, so I need some ideas of where the hammer may be. Seems we've been to the tower. Wasn't at Trappers. So do I do that, or do I just go to Timberwolf and try and get an extra fire striker and just do this runabout getting to there? Alright, let's see what the weather's like first. I'm kind of tempted to play the game about trying to get fire strikers and whatnot. I would start a fire, except we're really low on fuel. So I'm not sure the value in that. And we're going to poke our head up here and see if we can even get out this way, or if the wolf is going to have other ideas. We might have... Oh, the damn wolf is there. And he sees us already. I think I've got a spare rock. He'll run for us. Can you climb rock walls? No, don't fall off the wall. Yes. Mag lens is an absolute send, for sure. So he's running across there. He's run away. He's turning around. So there's cattails down there. Or we can leave through the dam. And, or loot the lower dam at least while there's a little bit of daylight. Leave through the... sleep at the other end. Maybe. Avoiding the electrical stuff during the night. And, maybe just go straight to Timberwolf. What do we reckon, team? Timberwolf run or a attempt to forge? It's kind of more fun, isn't it, going to Timberwolf on a no matches setup? Leaving all this stuff here. 5 liters of water. Oh, maybe we should just get tired breaking down some wood rather than loot the things in the morning. There's some half crates. This is interloper, yes. I really should have some more fuel before I consider. Oh, an hour! Wow, it's not fun. There's no little crates in here either. It's basically that or nothing. What do we get? We get 4. We're about 3 hours of daylight left. I guess we just get lazy about what we call... Oh, you know what? You know what I did not do? I actually didn't do upstairs for any of that looting. What do we think? Anything here? This state... Oh, hello! I take everything back I've ever said about the upstairs part of the dam now. And in like the first drawer as well. That's just... I didn't even get to that. It's unprecedented. I mean, I would have been probably satisfied with a pair of driving gloves.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Actually, a book, because we can burn that. That was very irregular. I think it was just trying to pay me back Turkey because it did not give me the ear wrap from the safe. It didn't even give me the Canadian dollars. All it gave me from the safe was a book. And one of those books about nothing. I know you're shocked. Shocked to hear it. Shocked. The bigger boxes do, but they take a lot longer, Jack. So it's all that balance of that time you want to spend versus what you get out of it. So everything. Well, it's really loud. It's actually really loud up here. I have to turn my volume down. The way I look at this game is everything in this game has a cost. So some things are a trap. So you might think you get a good benefit out of it, but it actually costs you more to do it than what you get out of it. So you've got to be careful about what you trade. It's like, so I could take an hour and a half to get 6 warm work boots. They're better, and I have some leather, and I will try and cure them up. Any looting game, in my opinion, really has a lot of traps. There's things that, like, it tries to get you to loot if you're compulsive.
I'm sure I can carry much more.
I'm not really thinking about, you know, risk versus reward, cost versus benefit, signal versus noise, all those kinds of things. So, you know, even the well-fed bonus in theory is actually a bit of a trap, or at least I think it is. It's like, it costs you a lot to keep it up, so you spend a lot to keep it going, so you kind of have to do your best guess kind of idea of how it's going to play out, what you're getting out of it.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Yes, sweet dreams are made of tea. Who am I to disagree? Okay. And it's just getting to be dark. Grab that. I think I grabbed everything. So I got, what did I get? I got tea and I got a toque. It's actually a pretty good deal for upstairs. Oh, and boots. I got boots as well. Like, that was like a bonanza. Like, can I get a boot repair in hour and 30? That's not an, is that an hour and 30 left? No. Much better off trying to repair the toque. I said trying to repair the toque. There we go. So what are we, how are we up? We're up to 7 degrees. That thing got trashed in all the wind. Like, I actually had that up to about 0.4. That thing's falling off our body. Fine, we might not get anything better for a while. And we are going to the land of cloth, so that's now not dying. How much does it suck to... That's dropping by the minute. That was 0.9 when we picked it up. And the harvest on this is like... You get 2 bits though, but... Can you tear those down in the dark? I think you can. I don't want to repair so much of that. Harvest that. And then we're almost... There we go. I don't usually tear apart boots. I usually chuck them on the ground and get other things. Now... Did we eat? We already ate. that deer that we cooked outside, didn't we? And then we slept for a couple of hours, and now we've used that all up. Do I get it? I do have a can opener. Be good to cook that though. How are we off if we're... Okay, so we're parched, so I'll just drink both of these. That's a huge amount of calories. We're carrying so much liquid anyway. Drink those. And then eat those. Oh, I should have got a little bit more tired first. I could have... Ah, sod it, we'll sleep for 9. Yeah, I'm probably next blizzard, or if I can't move at a too cold time of the day, I'll waste the hour and a half at that point. I don't want to let them get much worse, and I do want them to get me the huge warmth benefit. No, 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 no. What am I doing? Again. Just too busy talking. Alright, back out of there. Top that back up again. Now I have to eat, I think, to get my... Yeah, should be able to get 9. Basically each one of those... Well, in terms of the time stuff, there's a 12-hour clock. They should be. We'll say 10, but we'll get 9. Yeah. Alright. Start of the day. Still going to be cold. Pick up the bedroll.
Anything right now.
There's enough time. Alright. Now might be a good time for boots. See if we can repair them up for an hour and a half. Okay, here we go.
Whew. My stomach feels like an empty pit.
I absolutely was squinting. Wincing, I should say, during that. Now, let me just get this right. Is that... Oh, okay, you can't actually... Okay, that is actually the outside, it's just a dodgy thing. Okay. Now... 60% bedroll. Insufficient cloth. We've powered through a bunch of the cloth. Harvest a couple of those. There's they had a bring your blanket to work day downstairs, so we'll be able to get a few there. Okay. Alright. Anything else I should think about leaving here? Simple tools. Now how... The hacksaw is 69. I could repair the hacksaw before we get to Timberwolf in case we don't find another one. Maybe I should. Okay, so then... I don't even need to do this on a workbench, do I? So then I should be able to repair that. And then that makes me a bit more comfortable about being able to attack Timberwolf. So yeah, we're going Timberwolf. Straight to Timberwolf, no bow. Not even any maple yet, to be honest. We've got some arrows curing. So, we're going to see if we can make our way to Timberwolf and get a better than 25% Fire Striker. Now, I actually... I'm pretty certain the Fire Striker is not 100% chance of being up there. In that, I'm pretty sure I've been up there and there's not been one at all. There's been something else there. So we have no idea. But I think I shouldn't play it too safe. We got we got dealt a good, pretty good hand with having the mag lens. We have a fire striker and we have a flare. But you know, we're struggling a little bit good boss wise. But you know, there's stuff in Pleasant Valley on the way. And Timberwolf is still a ways away. Not that there's anything in there, but we always have to check. Probably not even gonna do the rest of this, rest of the dam. I'm just gonna do this room and duck out that door. Got that. Just checking my gear. I have 2 pots. The 2 pots were because I wanted to boil lots of water at a time because of limited matches. Normally I would only carry 1 pot and 1 can. Oh, don't do that. Everybody looked in there. Nothing now. Yeah, I did grab stuff that I probably should leave. One of those whetstones here and some other stuff, but if worst comes to worst, we'll leave it in the mountaineer's hut. We'll bring it with us. It's all good. Alright, hopefully the weather's not sucking. Oh, yeah, that's doable. I'm looking at -21. Yeah, it's cold. I'm assuming barking at a rabbit. Yeah, okay, cool. Last thing I wanted was him trying to path to me as soon as I walked through a door. That would have been very novel. How long have we been going for? 2 hours and 10. Alright. Don't fall down there. That would be bad. I hope they never fix that exploit. I did, that was a dead man. And that was really weird. He spotted me from a million miles away and just made an absolute beeline. Still hearing weird noises from that guy. I have to warm up in this. No, we don't have to warm up in this cave. I think other people jump off this rock, but I never do. Broken too many ankles in this game. How are we off Tinder?
I can't feel my hands.
Oops, I meant to drop one of those. And that's the way I look at it. Like, my strategy in a lot of games is try and get some weird high ground as a defensive position and stay there and just spam. I don't really like games where you have to run around and use a lot of reflexes in a very short amount of time.
I'll lay down for a bit.
Not sure why. I just prefer the slow and steady, strategic and thinking approach. We might have to waste a yeah, we might have some lunch here. Find it hard to say no to rabbit. Oh, there's a second one. Hey, if you stop running around, you can come and hang out with your buddy.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Drop them both in case someone was starting to move. And then let's get a stick. Run in here. Ignore the potential matches.
I wonder if I can drop
Wow,
any of this gear.
It's weirdly perceptive what's going on with the ground. Not warm. -2. Let's just turn that. I should have filled this up in the dam first. We had a whole bunch. Slightly warm. Not quite warm. Tell you what we're going to do. Normally I'd just start a fire here because matches are actually, reasonably cheap. No, what am I doing? That is not what I wanted to do at all. Oh my god, I can't even remember how to play this game. 2 weeks of playing Subnautica and I've lost every shortcut key and every everything. Just gonna pass time for an hour at 1 degree. See if we can get rid of that hypothermia risk. Get a little tiny bit warm. I see now it's actually just warm in here. So while it is warm in here,
I think my stomach is eating itself.
okay, now I feel like I should get. Oh, we got harvesting 2 now, so that is now faster than the hacksaw. Just going to pull the hides. I think I'll leave the guts. I think I've got kind of enough guts in various places, and I do want to move on. I figure we're going to come back this way, funnily enough, so travel light, let them cure here, grab them on the way. Oh, you know what? Sod it. We'll get the guts too. We'll be probably sleeping in that cave tonight. Could have done it all in one. Right. So now
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I'm actually going to run out of here with all of this. Rather than start a fire there, we'll go this way. There's no. Remember if I go in the right way or not. Yeah, I've gone the right way. Okay. That's probably why I like the permadeath of the long dark. There is consequences for making a monumental stuff up. Now, I've never seen a wolf path all the way to here when you're stinky. It's probably a first time for everything. Turkey may or may not have witnessed such things. See Jack. I've practiced the ways of the fire lighting. I can do a few different ways of doing some fire starting. some more successful than others, but a bow drill, successfully started that as a friction fire. Got an ember from a bamboo, call it a bamboo saw. Managed to light one from an actual flint and steel, not the new fire strikers you get, but literally a piece of steel and a piece of flint rock. So I've managed to do those. I don't think I get my deer here. I think there's one in the middle. I do like my bushcraft skills, survival skills stuff. This way and check for my coal. I've even lit a fire from the little lens in my tiny torch, the little reflector in my torch, and that was tough. That was a lot of work. It's only a little tiny hand torch. Yeah, gave that a try, got that to work. Yeah, look, there's practicing in your backyard, and then there's actually doing it in the wild under life and death conditions, and that's really where the trick comes in. And I don't think there's really many people in the world who can do the full life and death condition stuff. That is for sure. Still got all that rabbit on me. Kind of tested myself one day by going to I took the dogs for a walk through a local wetland and gathered only stuff that I could find, and it was literally raining. Like the wetland was actually flooding in some parts, and it was pissing down with rain. I sort of challenged myself to just gather stuff from there to be able to start a fire, but because of laws and things like that, I couldn't start a fire in the middle of a public park, so I actually brought all the stuff home. But yeah, it was still, it was a 10-minute ride in the car to get home. So I considered that a fair game, and then lit a fire in my backyard from the stuff I'd gathered in the wet to see if I was able to do it. And yeah, I managed to get it going. It was with an actual, ferrocerium rod and a knife, so still not without its challenges, that's for sure, but definitely a lot easier than trying to do a friction fire one from stuff you find out in the bush. Friction fire with a bow drill is a lot of work. I think that's the thing, before you've ever tried it, you think, oh, what is it? It's just rubbing two sticks together, I think it is very easy to underestimate how tough it is, how draining it is. Physically, it doesn't look like a lot of work for very long, but it's really quite fatiguing. Your body's squished over in a certain way. You're squishing all the breath out of your lungs. You're having to do very vigorous activity in a very short space of time. You sweat and you drip on the tinder. It's a lot of things to get right, and that's if all your gear is right. Which, if it's not, you do a lot of effort, huge amount of effort for no outcome. It's really quite tedious. Okay, so I'm just going to check and see if there's sunshine, and then I'll light a mag lens fire. Oh, I'm accidentally getting pinged. I don't think this going to be anywhere near a mag lens fire. No, it is not. Alrighty, so we're nearly at the end of this episode. I'll go for a few more minutes. We'll do a cook up in here and we'll sleep, and I think that'll be the end of the live stream. Still never seen the bear along there. Oh, is there a dead body to check? There is a dead body to check. It is a lot of fun. I think I used to be a very timid player. Like I was playing Interloper and doing okay, but I was actually okay at the bear fundamentals, but I still struggled with actually doing it successfully. And the thing that actually changed it for me, let me just put this away. I kind of got better at Interloper by trying harder things than Interloper. I should really light a torch. So playing Deadman and doing Outerloper made me have to take risks, take chances, be strategic, and not just sit on in a safe place and get by with what you could do. It forced me to move fast and have some courage and all of those sorts of things, and it actually very rapidly honed what I could do in Interloper by stretching myself and trying really hard to survive. So I would suggest, and it's all about not being afraid of failing. I think is like you've got to be willing to lose it to win it. And I think that's actually what I'm okay at this game. I'm probably better at the resource management than a lot of the other parts of the gameplay. But I think why players like Turkey, especially, is entertaining but also successful, is because he is not afraid to lose a run. Like, not really deep down. Like that whole thing he says about don't get attached, he's not afraid to lose the run. So he pushes it to the edge, and paired with the skills that he has, it just means that he can push through and can actually do some pretty crazy things. But when you're timid, you actually end up just dying of kind of sitting in this no man's land of just banality, I guess. Still got 4.5 litres of stuff. And yeah, remembering the map is really mostly about just time and playing it. I did learn a lot of the maps from watching other players and figuring out like their strategies of where they would go and stuff like that. That's a lot of how I learnt it. But after a time, you feel like you know it really quite well. And don't be afraid to just load up an easier run. Like do a Voyager or a Pilgrim and just run through a map and just check it all out. Like there's no need to be perfectionist about it and have to always do it on the hardest mode. Just get out there and just have a crack at it. I still remember you, Turkey, on day like 494, trying to get to day 500, on the bridge in Milton, going, let's just shoot this bear, and just nearly losing an almost 500 day run by going toe-to-toe with a bear on a whim. It was definitely a lot more, I don't think brave is the word. I'm trying to think what the right word is. I'm one of those people who can only think of a really big, crazy word when a short one will do. The word that is in the top of my head is profligate, which I can't even remember what the simpler word is. But it was a little bit kamikaze. How about we use that word instead? cooking. Here we go. Cooking is cranking along because when I am doing a fire, I'm doing a lot in one go. How much coal did we actually get? We got 11 pieces of coal. I don't need, let's just use some reclaim because that's going to be heavy as well. I need to be making more of these things. That's nearly good. Let's, can't believe this stuff only takes like 5 minutes. This stuff takes 15 minutes. Like, how hard are those mushrooms that they take so long to cut up? I've only got one of those. Oh. Now we're not tired. We're not tired enough yet for this to be. Let's do one of those.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, let's do a tea. Waste a little bit of time. This isn't quite. Well, we got so many of these rashis we can do. We should carve up a bunch. What we might do once this has gone out. Herbal tea, birch bark. We'll also cook a reishi. Cook the other birch because it's always good to have on you. One shot a bear. Yeah, my naked, was it my naked and afraid? Naked and afraid. I had a bloody 10 shot that bear. Whatever I was trying to do with the flare pistol. Oh, I shot that guy so many times. Every time a blizzard would come along, I'd have to run inside and he'd reset. I'm not bitter about it still, not at all. Not at all. I like one-shotting the moose. Because at least the bear will bleed out, but the moose, you gotta like peg him like a hedgehog. And it's really satisfying when you get him, but I reckon between the shoulder blades, when he ducks his head is the way to get the moose. You gotta get him into the stamp, but not the charge. And if you do that and you get him right in the back of the neck, I reckon that's how that's meant to go. Guess I could just cook up a couple more things. Just to use the fire fully. When I first started playing this game, I was like, I don't want to leave the wildlife alone. Live and let live. I don't want to take them out. And that was when I was playing like Voyager and Stalker. And you can absolutely play those modes of the game, and sort of uses a little bit of escapism. Sort of, you can have it be this little fictional adventure you're on. But I think Interloper kicks it up a notch, where you actually need to do these things from the gameplay mechanic. Unless you do like a no-kill run, which is probably an interesting idea. But it definitely changed my mental state on how I think about the game. I used to use it as the escapism kind of thing, and then Interloper is like, no, it's a machine I'm beating, probably more than anything.
I wonder if I can drop
There is a
any of
certain
this
level
gear.
of escapism in it, but it's not quite the same. I'm going to pick those up while I can find them. I'm also going to just plonk down this somewhere while I can. We're going to stand over that, because I'm going to do a bunch of things in the dark. So I'm going to craft up 3 of those, which is 45 minutes, and the fire will be out. One of those. What other things can we do? that are useful and meaningful. Just trying to get tired enough, at least for a 9-hour sleep, and to wake up at a meaningful time of the day. It's too dark to read. Too dark to repair anything. Do we have any? Don't have any spare clothes we can tear up. I'm so hoping there might be some combat pants up in that tower. I think what we're going to do is pass time for 2 hours. Get that exhaustion to that little 9 o'clock bar. There we go. Don't need to do the tea recovery. This should be enough. We'll sleep here, but I think that's we're gonna eat all that rabbit. 495. Another 423. And let's just top it all up. We'll eat it we're gonna eat it in the morning or eat it now, because we're not gonna walk through wolf territory with any stink on us. So that's enough. Get our little drink. We'll sleep for the 9 hours. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alrighty. Well, I think that brings us to a natural conclusion on this. Been streaming for about 2.5 hours, which is generally my limit. So once again, thank you everyone. I was going to compulsively just have a drink there, but once we load this up, it will actually
I could eat a horse.
it will, leave us back here and won't have to do it all again. So I'll look at a different screen instead of the dark while I do the epilogue on this episode. Yeah, thanks for coming along, everyone. Looking forward to seeing Turkey do your live stream during the week.
I'd eat snow if the
Hopefully
hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
Hopefully it syncs up with my times when I can plausibly not be working with my working from home stuff. But I'm out of isolation in theory on Monday, so it means I get to go and do things like walk the dogs around the block and go to the shops, but stay 2 meters from everybody and don't touch anything. And that's the key, don't touch anything, people. Wash your hands, don't touch anything, stay inside as much as possible. Together we can get through this. Who knew that half of my teenage years of practice of staying inside and being lazy and doing nothing was going to pay off as an adult, staying inside and playing video games. Come on. I've been practicing for this my whole life. We've got this. Together we can pull through. Alrighty everyone. Again, thanks, and we will see you soon. Alright, bye.